Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Monday, December 30th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, guess what tomorrow is? Not only New Year's Eve, but the January webinar. Going deep into January, some specials about what we're going to see here in 2014, and the live chat room where I answer your questions, and we also go deep into sending an intention for the month to make sure we manifest the best. It's the most kick-in place. Join us at inclusiveastrology.com to get your ticket for tomorrow, where we'll send you the live link. It's an awesome experience that I hope to join you with tomorrow. And today, the last pretty much, full day here without the feeling of a new year, and we've got the moon in Sagittarius opening things up. But there's a lot to open up to, especially as the tension in the skies is getting more intense with Mars. Mars is now in a perfect square with Pluto. We're dealing with intensity. And especially as Mercury and the Sun are in their conjunction coming off and coming on Pluto, there's a lot around change. There's a lot around connection. Trying to find the connection that makes us satisfied, that makes us feel accomplished, because we are dealing with this big trio, and especially now that actually Venus is retrograde in Capricorn. We got 4 planets here in Capricorn. This is about achievement. This is about plans. This is about manifesting the beginnings that create the longest road. And this is about a long road. How far does your destiny go? How far do your plans go? And especially as we step into this new year, one with a new moon in Capricorn, one with all this tension, it is the plan, it is the plan that gets us really to our satisfaction. And without one, you can find like a lost kind of energy around. And I think it's important for you to start to make some plans here, as that's what everything says in the astrology. And there's tension because it's a cardinal cross. It's about new beginnings, new starts, relationships, especially as Venus is retrograding here. And now it's really starting to retrograde as it now comes off a stationary position this week, that we're going to see increased karma, increased amounts of value systems shifting based on more of the plans that we're really coming up with right now. We're at this in-between little moment here of an opening with the moon today, of expressing ourselves in this unique way as the moon is starting to end, that we've got to remain positive, we've got to stay optimistic, but we need to look at every option in our life of what plans we're doing, where we're taking our life, and are we going to be doing something that we can manifest here? I mean, I think we need to be wide open, look at every possibility, and I think it's important for us because it adds the right ingredients to our destiny or our plans. Really, it adds the right ingredient. I think it's time for us to really take seriously our lives and where we're going. I've said it a couple times that I believe that this is a year, especially on this New Year's Eve, that you're going to want to take it kind of seriously and have a plan and not go a little too crazy. Because how we set off this year and this intention is based upon success. The universe is wanting it intensely as the Sun and Pluto, Mercury, all these planets are on top of each other for New Year's Eve, and they're already starting right now. So this is a continued event for the next couple days of intensity to become extremely laser point, sharp and clear, and without a doubt, you know what your path is. And the complication, though, are these relationships with especially Mars and Libra. We can weigh it out too much. Mars square Pluto can be scared of extreme change or scared of commitment. Could be scared of commitment. To take action towards something that's going to take so much out of you. Plus, as it opposes Uranus, it's like, oh, and then I got my own individual self. Like, we're having to make a plan and jump 100% of the way in. That's what this all says. And whether that's in our relationships, our value systems, I think there's a lot still to change, as I think there's going to be a lot of crazy karma and things that we value and the relationships we have here. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of switching around here. But that doesn't mean we don't change our end goal. That doesn't mean we change our end destiny of where we need to go, what we need to succeed with, what we want to manifest from. I think that it takes courage. And I think those, or look in your own self right now, of people who are stuck in comfort levels and emotions like overwhelming them, is maybe because you don't have the plan that balances that out. That to get out of that, or some sort of accomplishment that kind of help suppress those sorry or sad emotions, I think you're going to have to look at those worlds and then look at the worlds of you and the partnerships that you're at. I mean, we're dealing with the cardinal cross. It really does with our uniqueness, connection to others, and then it deals with where we're rooted from and where we're going. That's life right now. And that's not because it's a new year. Well, of course that's always what a new year is about in Capricorn. But how interesting that that exact ringtone that I just said is ringing through the whole entire new year here as we step into it. Like, that's what's cementing in. And I've always said that Capricorn is the cement, okay? What are you locking yourself into? We've all got to have a plan. We all have to have a path. And I'd hate for you to walk into it with like a pretty crappy plan that you just kind of throw in the cement and that's what you're left with, because once you set on a journey for a mountain, for example, like the Himalayas, there's not really much turning back, if you know what I mean. When you like go a couple weeks into your trip up the Himalayas, it's not that easy to be like, okay, I'm just going to turn back and go to the McDonald's and pick up a coffee and I'll see you guys later. Like, that's what I'm trying to get through this horoscope. And about Capricorn times and this intensity that it's here, that we're having to go all in. And you're not going to want to go all in on something that maybe 5 years from now, you're like, oh my God, I never should have done this. And you turn back and then guess what? You're starting on a new mountain and the whole Pluto and Capricorn lesson is to learn 100% to dedicate your life and transform the structure of your life to be based on the concrete that you truly want to lay in and be foundationed in, especially as we have Saturn and Scorpio, which is connected to all this. And that's what this is about. Truth. Truth, foundation, cementing in that and being it and living in it for hopefully your whole life. Like, that's what this is about. It's very simple yet very complicated because we live in a world, we live in a society, we live in a place where that just doesn't ever ring true to most people because they don't believe it or they don't see it or they don't know how to do it. And I think it's about finding your uniqueness, your individualism, and finding a way to partner with people who appreciate that or are on that path, opposed to doing what everybody else is saying or going to where the comfortable road is. That's where I think the imbalance is, as I see a new paradigm shifting. And this new paradigm forces us to find that, especially as we have the North Node here, you know, in Scorpio. This new year's about that. You know, it's about change. It's about transformation. But the positive in today is to see that you have every option available to make you get on this plan. You have every option available to get you on the best place that you've ever wanted. So it's really exciting. I think it's super exciting. And open up to that. Because even though it can be scary, the commitment that you have to make to something so big and so grand, how exciting is it when you commit to something and it's the best thing that you ever found in your whole life? How exciting is it when you accomplish this goal that it makes you feel new value systems in yourself? And I always think it's exciting to bring in new partners and new relationships that vibe more in the energy that you're vibing with. And that's what we're going to see here over this next month. So it's going to be really exciting. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. I actually have my new live spiritual house sessions. I'm trying to put it up on YouTube tonight. Hopefully it comes up if you didn't see it, where it's my weekly horoscope based off music. Also, I've got the video coming out with One Feather tomorrow of our New Year's Eve special. And I did an end of the year video, which I don't know, it might be up by now or it might be up tomorrow, but that's coming out if it isn't already up. So lots going on. Thank you guys for all of your support. Hope to see you guys for New Year's Eve tomorrow at the live webinar.